Good evening, everybody. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m, 09:30 UTC. My apologies for last week's net on the live stream. I realised that there was no audio. I was doing some testing today, and I'm hoping that the audio is coming out fine today. Okay, I don't expect too many people to be on tonight due to it is the game 3 of the State of Origin of the rear end sniffers. So I don't expect too many on. Current temperature at the present time is 10.0 degrees, 74% humidity, 0.3 K of breeze. Okay, that's the temperature outside at Faryiryland. Been a bit of a cool sort of a day today. They were expecting snow down on the borderlines, but for what I hear, it didn't really come to effect, or very little. They might have had sleet at the most. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. Now listening for any call-ins, VK4BAD.
VK4 Whiskey Bravo.
VK4 Echo Mike. You must have a heat wave there, Gary. It's only 7 degrees here.
Okay. Okay, we've got VK4 Whiskey Bravo, Dave, and VK4 Echo Mike, Merv. Is there anyone else want to call into the VK4BAD bad net? VK4BAD listening?
VK4IJP.
Okay, we're pulling teeth tonight. I expect that. Okay, we've got VK4IJP, Ian in Proston. Anyone else? VK4GRB listening? Try again, VK4BAD listening. Okay, hopefully we might get a few extras, a couple of extras, stragglers later on who's not interested in watching the Origin, but you never know. Okay, we've had VK4FAX call in just beforehand. He's gone to watch the ground huggers. VK4 Whiskey Bravo, Dave. VK4 Echo Mike, Merv, and VK4 IJP, Ian. Does anyone else want to join before we start the first round? VK4 BAD? Okay, nothing else heard at the present time. Okay, VK4 Whiskey Bravo. Over to you there, Dave. And you throw it over to Merv. Merv, you throw it over to Ian. And Outside temperature is 9.9 now, so we are going down. We're supposed to be 3 degrees tonight out here. VK4 Whiskey Bravo, VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo Alpha Delta.
Yeah, Roger, Gary. Yeah, good evening to you. Good evening, Merv. And hi, JP. I can't remember your name. Sorry. Alzheimer's is setting in. Yeah, very quiet. 8 degrees here at the moment. In my room, actually, it's 8 degrees. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. Tell a lie. 18 degrees in here, not 8. 18 degrees in here. But anyway, it's going to get cold, and 8 degrees in Oakey itself, but, according to the Bureau, the weather people. Being very sort of busy day, actually. Had to go into Toowoomba, and then because I was selling a car, I've got to replace number plates and change all that sort of stuff and get roadworthies and et cetera. So I've been doing all that sort of stuff today. And I've got family coming on the weekend, so I've got to get one of them, my son, is going to stay in the van, in the motorhome. As we don't have any room in here at the moment, but he's okay with that, not a problem. Stand by a minute. Yeah, anyway, apart from that, I might finish making that 6-meter antenna, the antenna for 6 meters. It's just dipole, aluminium dipole, and see what it does, and I'll put it up. I need to get I might use a couple of poles here. But anyway, we shall see how it works in the next few days. If I've got time, anyway. Being retired, I have no time between eating and sleeping and all that sort of stuff. It's very busy around here. All right, I'll just stick around for the next round, Gary. So I'll put it to Merv. Thanks for the information, Merv. Thanks for that email that you sent me. That's not a problem. I will contact in the future, but anyway, I'll play it by ear at the moment. VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Whiskey Delta, Whiskey Bravo, sorry.
Yeah, okay. VK4 Whiskey Bravo in the group. VK4 Echo Mike. A very good evening to you all. Great to hear you in there tonight. And yes, this room here, it's an office actually in the house. And it's the coldest room in the house, and it's the hottest room in the house, but not at the right time of the year. And yeah, I heard you talking to someone about it, or someone was talking to you about it, and I was on the side sticky beaking, so I spoke to the gentleman and so forth. He's actually coming down here to see me one day. I don't know when. It could be a fair bit in the future. I just thought, well, maybe if he's coming down here, he could drop over there as well, and see you on the way through or something like that. I don't know. I'm making that up myself. I'm talking, and I shouldn't be talking about that because I've got nothing to do with me, really. Okay. Yes, it's been extremely cold here. During the day, I've had the air conditioner going, trying to keep the house a bit warm. A bit more pleasant than, freezing your kneecaps off and that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay, and changing the number plates. I wonder why you do that, David. I see a lot of people in Pittsworth too, at the courthouse there, or parked outside the courthouse changing the number plates. I've helped a few ladies there occasionally trying to get their number plate off, and they've got the wrong type of screwdriver and all sorts of things. So you must have to replace the number plates these days when you sell the vehicles. I'm not too sure on that situation. Okay. so far haven't, caught too much ice on the water troughs. A very thin layer. I thought it would have been, I could just about to pick it up in one big sheet, but it all broke and crumbled. And as I said, it's been extremely cold here. I know I'm a lot older than last year, and I think this year's a lot worse. All right, on to you, Ian. VK4IJP in the group, VK4 Echo Mike.
Good evening, all. Long time no hear from. Been away for 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, g'day, Gary, Dave, who I haven't heard before, and Merv. Yeah, I suspect Dave's changing the number of plates because he's got personalised plates, so I'm going to have to do the same. I'm thinking about when we go into town next, I'll take. I think I've got to take the plates in and then purchase a sort of a set of standard number plates. I like the way you've got to purchase them. Then when they fade, they don't replace them. You've got to purchase them again. But anyway, and it has been cool. That southerly wind has certainly got a good edge to it, and it's been fairly swift. I don't know what speed we've been getting through here, but it's been going very good. They're blowing very long, and I've tried to get out of the wind. But then I eventually been in the shade, and that makes it even colder. So, I don't know, but you just can't win. Us humans, I tell you what, we're just so hard to satisfy. It's too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry. I don't know, the fish are not biting. Or the golf ball doesn't find the hole. I don't know, the list can go on and on. But anyway, and fun on Dave making the dipole. You're going to get it vertical, Dave, on 6 metres, or are you going to have it horizontal so you can steer a little bit of RF towards a direction? I've made a number of Ringo aerials on 6 metres. They work really well. I've been pretty happy. Admittedly, I got it sort of done as we were entering winter, but I've heard a number of beacons from New Zealand and that, but I have had a couple of contacts, but not a lot, but I've been quite happy with the receiving the beacons from New Zealand, so pretty happy about that. Also makes that good for me. So I'm down in a little bit of a valley and I've got to get over a 300 metre hill to get over to New Zealand. So I'm even more happy about that. Yeah, that's about all that. Other than, the last 3 weeks I've been travelling. We've been out to Birdsville. We spent the week out there with the Big Red Bash, and then we went to a number of other places that afterwards, and all thoroughly enjoyable. Enjoyed every minute. Can't wait to get back out on the road again. Over to Gary, VK4BAD and the BADNet group. This is VK4IJP.
VK4BAD returning. Before we continue on, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net, VK4BAD?
VK4GRA.
Good evening there, Jake. Okay, have a go and throw it back to me, VK4BAD.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4GRA in the group. Good evening there, Gary, and Ian, and whoever else is around. I've just got outside after dinner and turned the radio on and drove home, and now I'm home using the base station, so hopefully I'm coming through all right on this one. It's pretty good. The VSWR is 1 to 1, so can't complain about that. So yeah, I hope everyone's going all right and had a productive week so far. I've been busy packing up, ready to go to TAFE for 9 weeks, leaving on Sunday. So what fun that's going to be. I suppose it's probably in a warm classroom doing next to bugger all, so can't really complain about that too much. So, all right, back to you, Gary, and we'll see who else is around. VK4BAD, VK4GRA.
VK4GRA, VK4BAD. Before we continue on, is anyone else want to call in, say hello before we start the second round? VK4BAD. Okay, by the sounds of that, not at the present time. Okay, well, I'm glad to actually say that the live streaming audio is working this week. I don't know what... I have an idea on what happened due to no audio last week, but this week it seems to be working okay, and I'm pretty sure the reason why is what I was thinking it was. The audio was trying to take a Wi-Fi trip through when the visual is hardwired. So it didn't want to utilise both by the looks of it, which was supposed to be not that way inclined. It was supposed to be all hardwired through. But that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing tonight, anyway. Okay, with that lot, I have been talking to a couple of guys, trying to. When we get all the links up and running, I'm trying to explain to people that you can't just, as soon as the tail drops, hop back on, and starting over. They got to start learning to leave a 3-second gap between overs. Otherwise, they're going to lock the computers up on my end. And 2, when we do put the link in to the to tabletops, the tabletop repeater won't realise that the local one has dropped out, and it's going to time out without having a gap. So I'm asking everybody. I'm asking everybody, politely, as polite as I could do it anyway, to leave 3-second gaps between overs, and it's mainly for my gear, because my gear will not turn off and reset until it hears the tail, until the tail's dropped. Stand by. And of course, the way there's a couple of people who are very fast on the trigger, and that's going to cause havoc to either the Echolink system or the wires X system, because it won't drop if they come on as quick as they've been going. You can't even get a break in between. That's how quick it is. You know, you can't put a break in between to acknowledge that you're there or anything. And that's not really really good for the way to utilise a repeater. Anyway, that's I've just got to keep on giving them a bit of a heads up on it. Just a reminder of how it works. Okay, no worries there, Dave, on changing plates. Yeah, not too sure on what you were doing. But yeah, I've got personalised plates here on my vehicle as well. Merv, okay, you must be, yeah, well, you're a bit cooler down your way compared to here. At the moment it's 9.8 degrees outside, 25, you might as well say 25 degrees inside. Ian, okay, on your been away on your holidays, and you've now madly trying to clean the dirt out of all the little crevices. Hi. And Jake, okay, on yes, your audio is good. No complaints. You're full quietening into the repeater. And talking about repeaters, the Echolink system will be delayed a little bit. I do have a Tate sitting here, which is nobody's home. I had a quick look inside, and I couldn't, just eyeballing it, I couldn't see no reason why it wasn't. Stand by. VK4BAD returning. I couldn't see any reason why it wasn't lighting up. I will put a magnifying glass over it and see if I could find any dry joints and that in it. It has been sitting for a number of years. It was working when it got packed away in 2010. It is no longer working at the present time when I unpacked it. Okay, with that lot there, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD? Yeah, okay. That station, can you come back with your call sign again, please? VK4BAD.
VK4FAX.
Okay, VK4FAX. Okay there, Don. Actually, I'll scribble that one out. I've got you at the front. Yeah, okay, portable. You're just making it into the repeater there, Don, over.
All good, Gary. I'll just say good evening, and I won't hold you up there in the getting me portable, but obviously it's not making the grade. Keeping warm.
Yeah, okay there, Don. Yeah, you're not holding a repeater properly. You've dropped out about 3 times in that over, but did get the gist of it. Okay, we'll let you continue on, and you enjoy watching the game. Okay, is there anyone else want to come in and say hello? Anyone else want to call into the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Clubs before we start the second round? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing else heard on that one there. VK4WB. The only difference we've got now is Ian. You throw it over to Jake. VK4GRB. VK4 Whiskey Bravo. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Over to you there, Dave.
Yeah, VK4BAD, VK4WB. Yeah. First of all, Gary, are you live on YouTube at the moment?
Correct. I am live streaming, but there's about a 15-second delay there. Over.
Yeah, roger on that. Yeah. I'm not getting anything here, so I'm in the right area, I guess. But anyway, it doesn't matter. On the number plates, maybe yes, I've got personalized number plates on the car, and I'm going to put them in the other one. So I've got to take them out of one, put them in the other one, take the ones in the van, surrender them, and then get a new set of plates for the little car. So that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's personalized plates. That's why I've got to get them out. And yes, we haven't had a contact before, but nice to meet you and on the air. And yeah, quite interesting about that antenna. I didn't quite catch everything. I got distracted. I got called away for a second. Yeah, have you got any frequencies for the beacons in New Zealand? I'd be very interested in checking it out. This is going to be horizontal dipole. It depends whether I put it horizontal or vertical. At this stage, I'm worried about that at the moment. But I'll see what sort of. I've got all the beacons for Australia, but it'll be interesting to find out any other beacons around the place. New Zealand would be good. Unfortunately, I don't have anything like that at this stage, and I'll have to check that out. Stand by. Yeah. So if you have any frequencies for the beacons in Kiwi land, that would be great, mate. All right. Apart from that, I shall put it back to Mary. VK4EM, VK4WB.
Here, okay, roger that. VK4 Whiskey Bravo and the group, VK4 Echo Mike. A very good evening to you, Jake, and a very nice signal and audio coming from your station. All right, the 6 metre season is just about finished, David, but there's still, some VKs coming through there and a few ZLs occasionally, but it won't be long and the season will be back this season. It was really fantastic. In the past, a few of us would get together and say, oh, how many J's did you work on 6 today? And, I'd say, 2, and someone would say 3, and we thought, oh, wow. But this year, or this season that just finished, and you could sit there for, a half an hour or an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes working J's on 6 metres, as well as China and Indonesia. And there's been a few other stations coming through too from over that way. Anyway, yes, it was been a very hectic 6-metre season for all of us. And I didn't go and try any voice contact. Some of the other fellas did, and they said it was just as good on voice as it was on digital. But if you're going to, you know, you got the 6-metre repeater out there just near you. Of course, for that, the vertical antenna will be better. But most of us use horizontal for, you know, I don't know whether you're talking about FT8 or voice. But nothing wrong with the dipole, as you were talking about there, a single element aluminium dipole. I used one of those for a few years before I, you know, changed over to a bit bigger antenna. I'm going to say a very good evening. And, yeah, I don't have 6 metres at the moment. My 847 gave up the ghost, and for some reason or another, I was using it, you know, 1 week and it was playing up a bit, and then it was good as gold, and then I turned it off one afternoon and I turned it on the next morning, and receiving fine, but no transmits, nothing going out at all, not a scrap. So they want to give away or something that's got HF and 6 metres. I'd be very interested. Anyway, catch us all later. Thanks for running the net tonight, Gary. Fantastic as usual. Great to hear you all. And Don coming back there again. On to you again. Good night and cheers. VK4 group, VK4 Echo Mike's just listening.
Yeah, fine, Merv. That's good about the radio. Yeah, hopefully you'll find something that's unemployed at the moment, and you can put it to good use somewhere. In that hot or cold room that you have. Yeah, maybe you need it for the heating. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, my room is a little bit like that. I never put air conditioning in here when I built the house. I suppose it was never too late. And during summer, it's rather warm in here, so I'll close all the blinds, curtains, and I mostly, it's just a little hallway, so I'll put a fan out in the dining room, blowing the cool air down. I open up a linen press cupboard, way shorter, and then I use a pedestal fan to push the cold air into here. And yeah, and it's sort of not too bad at the moment because the water keeps most of the house pretty warm. So I think it's, I know the house is 20 degrees, but it's probably only 15 or 16 here. So it's sort of not too bad. At least I've only got jeans and a jumper on anyway. So that's not horribly uncomfortable. Yeah, g'day Jake, how are you? Off to the big smoke. That will keep your pen going, or do you use a tablet these days? And Dave, yeah, there are 3 beacons in New Zealand. I can give them to you after the net, or if you just do a search for amateur radio beacons New Zealand, you can find but all of them. So they're a pretty broad array of beacons in New Zealand, ranging from 3 megs to 10 gigs. So there's a huge array of there. Even 2 on 10 or 3 on 10 metres. So yeah, plenty of air anyway. Anyway, Jake, what else have you been up to? Around the countryside a little bit, I suspect. VK4GRB, the group VK4IJ.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. VK4IP, VK4GRA returning, and to David and Merv as well. I didn't catch you guys in there earlier. My apologies. So, yeah, not a lot else has been happening. It's just work, and more work. It never seems to end for me. Doing what I do, but yeah, going to Eagle Farm in Brisbane will be a bit of a different change for a couple of weeks. Come home every second weekend or something like that and do a bit of housework and kick back for a while and then go back and do it all again for another couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's basically all pen and paper still down there. It's apparently not in TAFE's budget to get your laptops and stuff like that, and we all have work laptops and stuff, but no, they prefer the old school method of pen and paper, and it's probably right because you have to write stuff out on paper. It seems to stick in your brain a bit more than sort of typing it. Typing you can sort of just zone out and type it and then think, oh, that sentence made absolutely no sense. But I never seem to have that issue on pen and paper. So, yeah, not a lot else to report on. Gary, with your Echolink and all that, with going into the talk-through link for this repeater, there's no tail on the link at all. So this repeater that we're talking into and out, and it's coming out of now, has a 1 second tail at the end as per normal, but with the link, as soon as the person drops the key, the link cuts off straight away. So that will in your favour, so you'll probably get more of a gap on the talk-through link there, rather than if you were showing of the repeater itself. And the lands over near Mogan, it won't time out if you are sending your Echolink stuff into the talk-through link up at the bottom on this site. If your system times out, the whole this repeater and tablelands will. It's 4 minutes timeout across the board on the repeaters. But yeah, the other one, there's literally really no way it will keep going without this one going, basically. So yeah, it's I'll have to. I've got a diagram somewhere of like an exploded view of the RF part system. So I'll have to try and find that and send. And you can see, yeah, where you're going in and how it's all done. So, yeah, I think that's about all I've got. Oh, and the tape you've got, Gary, it doesn't have any external audio lines. I know it's got the mic socket on the front, but it's not really advisable to get your audio into the mic input. There is a difference. So I'm working on getting you a tape, probably a TM8100 series. And I'm going to try and find an option board in it as well, and that gives you fully isolated audio at a 600 ohm interface in and out. You can adjust your audio in and out so you can get the correct deviation levels and stuff like that. So, and the newer tapes, they do the flat audio required for the link. This repeater that we're talking on now, the audio gets de-emphasised as it enters in, and then it gets pre-emphasised as it. But the audio through the link is just flat in and flat out. So a radio that supports flat audio.
You timed out, Jake. I think you timed out there, Jake. VK4BAD.
Yeah, mate. So I was just saying I shouldn't time it out. Not sure how far I got, but yeah, I'll find a diagram of a repeater system that we're putting together and I'll send it over to you there, Gary. VK4BAD, VK4GRB.
Okay, VK4GRB or BAD. Before we continue on, say hello, goodbye before we start that down. VK4BAD. Okay, nothing else heard on that one. Yeah, okay there, Jake. Yeah, okay there, Dave. TV under playlist of Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club, right down the bottom. The file is what I'm doing at the moment. I've been listening to it on one of my other phones, so the audio working there. Okay, no worries on that one there, Jake. Yeah, or I understand on how the system works going into the link there. That's not a problem. I do understand. With what I've got to do, that's no problems. The one I'm going to have a little bit, as I said, be going direct up onto 70. So and I'll be going directly to 70, and the way the guys are talking on there at the moment without leaving a gap, they'll affect the Wires X system. Not transmit straight away. My radios here, which are doing the wires, won't realise that the tail's dropped up there if they go straight. If they're doing what they're doing at the moment and going straight through, my radio won't notice the drop because I can't even put a brake in. Gap there to put a brake in, and it's not really the way the repeater should be utilised. So that's where my main problem is. The Echo Link side of things, no, that's okay. I'm fully aware of the system there, and I wasn't too sure. Stand by. Yeah, I wasn't too sure on there is a question though. I should, where I'm going to be patching into the link, I should hear both. Am I correct on that one there, Jake? I should hear both repeaters coming through, or will I? Not sure on that bit. But other than that, everything else is okay this direction. As I said, the only one I've got is up into 70 like I was last time. I've just got to coach to go longer break. Otherwise, they're going to start locking up my computer. Because it's not going to see stuff. Mind you, it's only got a 3-minute timer, and I can't do anything with the Echo link. Oh, yes, I can bring the Echo 1 or 2 seconds before the 2 meter stuff drop. Program it in in multiples of seconds. It's a 3-minute system, and I've got no control over on that. So I do expect the wires X to actually drop out a minute before the actual repeater drops out. Just want to join the Bunya District Amateur Radio Club and say hello, goodbye before I close the net off. VK4BAD. Okay, with nothing else, I'd like to thank VK4FAX, VK4 Whiskey Bravo, VK4 Echo Mike, VK4IJP, VK4GRA, and yours truly, VK4BAD/GRB. Anyway, this is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains District